my name's Charlie, and we're gonna teach you how to ice fish for the first time. So first we're gonna set up the tip up. So guys, we're gonna be setting up the tip up. So I prefer for bait on these, shiners, suckers, koi fish, anything of bass and northern eat, and that's what we're going on for the tip ups. Okay, Dad, you need to come help me for this. So, could you help cook this for me? So, what you do for this, you gotta hook the first hook right towards the tail. But make sure, just don't go through its air bladder or something. Okay. And then, yeah, you gotta let about 3 feet of line out. You gotta put the tip up down, and this is the tricky part. You gotta put the flag onto the little nail there. So on the fish take it, this thing spins and the flag goes up, and that's how we know we have a fish. Flag goes up. So set that back. And we'll leave the minnows here, so just in case something steals our bait. Now we'll go back. So first thing we gotta do, I already drilled the hole, if you see. It's just a little hole there so you can fish through that. Okay, that takes fun. So we're gonna get our rod set up. What I'm gonna be using is dock runner. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's a little dock runner. It's about 3.5 feet. I'm gonna be using a little tip down here. The tip up's over there. I don't know if you guys could see it. But then over here, there's a tip down's basically the same thing. Is what a tip down, mostly a tip down is for, you gotta unscrew the bottom, and then tip down's a fishing rod, a tip up's a whole something that goes on the base. So, gotta get the little rod out, screw this on, and you gotta undo the legs, so it's like a little stand. You gotta pull this up, then this little rod sits there, and when you get a bite, it goes down like that. And then I'll be using this little dock runner. Has a little fly on it. It doesn't really matter what kind of ice fishing jig you use, just use tiny guys, so you can catch little fish, smaller fish, medium, large fish. So we're going to be using wax worms for bait. I think the guy got annoyed from me. Oh, there's a can. So it's going to be this little, when you go ice fishing, there's always we prefer, there's about two baits we prefer. Maggots and waxworms. And we, in my opinion, we like waxworms way better than maggots. But they're only just a couple bucks a little can. Like, they're a couple bucks for like 28 waxworms. We already used this a couple times, so it might not be 28. But yeah, they stay alive. They don't need to be in cold weather. Just, if you keep them in like your garage or something, that just counter, they'll be fine. It's a little jig with a little waxworm on it. Then I think this line's a little too thick. You gotta drop the line down, and in the winter, the ice is always a little thick. Ice is always a little thick. It's dry conditions. Lines just start curling up, so yeah, just jig it a little bit, or you don't have to. Sometimes if you don't have a stand like I do in here, you could just jig, but I just have a little blue stand that my rod has a little. If you have a little blue stand and you have one of these things that go up top of your reel, right there, you could unfold the stand. So you could just, so it should come like this. You gotta pull this lever and fold it kind of out. Then you put this around your hole, and then you gotta get your little rod with those little things on it. And you gotta just put those on that little spots there. Might be a little complicated, but for a while it starts to get just always make sure your line's about 2 pounds. I'm breaking that limit by about 2 pounds, so it's kind of hard to get my lure all the way down there. But yeah, you just gotta try your best to find the lightest line you could. Sit here and in the sled and wait until you get a bite.